Nigeria has one of the highest rates of deforestation in the world. The country's population is growing rapidly and agriculture is expanding to meet demand. But it's a vicious circle. Deforestation causes soil erosion and soil erosion fuels the need for more land. Our next report shows just how dramatic the situation is.
Caught in the act, the ranger tells the men they have no right to be here.
Because this is the boundary between buffer zone and SNRO.
The forest guards can arrest them because they have entered a strictly reserved area, the core zone of Orionigwe Forest in Edo State.
I'm supposed to arrest them. They are not supposed to enter here. Yeah, the punishment, they will send them to court.
The protection zone is part of a wider strategy of the Nigerian Conservation Foundation. The NGO helps to save the diminishing forest in the country. Each year, Nigeria loses more than 3,000 square kilometers of woodland. Only 7% of its landmass is still covered by trees. The foundation has set up grassroots conservation committees to help to protect the forests. The chairman, Fred Oduagbon, explains the zone system of neighboring Gelegele Forest. It covers 350 square kilometers divided into 3 zones.
We have buffer, transition, and core zone. Here we are is transition zone, where we plant last year, July, August. So we are also intend to plant 1 million trees this year.
The transition zone sees the most human activity. Farmers are allowed to plant crops here under close supervision. However, one major concern is arson. People sneak into the area to set fire to the land and drive animals out of the brush.
They also still go to the forest to light up the forest because they are hunting for animals. It has been a major challenge in the project.
The ambitious goal of the Nigerian Conservation Foundation is to have 25% of Nigeria's landmass covered with forest again within 30 years. That's about 4 times more than now. One approach is to ban all human activity and let the forest regenerate itself.
Every root, every leaf, every wood is available here. So the community decided to leave this place untouched. That is why NCF came on board, to regenerate those places to be like this.
The next step will be to plant more than 2 million trees over the next 3 years to ensure the survival and growth of Nigeria's forests.
Shea butter is becoming ever more popular in Africa for cooking and in Europe for cosmetics. But the wood of the shea nut tree is also a valuable high-energy fuel. And that's why it's made into charcoal in Burkina Faso. One organization is out to stop the resulting deforestation. What are they doing, Sharon?
The group is training women to make top-quality shea butter, and they are battling to have shea butter recognized as an organic product. The thinking here is that the felling will only stop once a live tree is more valuable than a dead one.
Sacks of charcoal selling on the side of the road go for bargain prices. It's charcoal made from shea wood. Some producers are allowed to cut down trees selected by the Forest Authority. The producers pay a fee for every tree they cut.
Women who cook in the big restaurants with a big oven save a lot by using shea charcoal. That's because it's very slow burning, so it lasts for a long time in the oven.
So, not surprisingly, shea trees are often cut down illegally, either for personal use or by people looking to make money. Burkina Faso has a huge problem with deforestation. Over 100,000 hectares of forest disappear every year.
We've adopted various measures to try to reverse this trend, but it's true that illegal logging is still taking place in our forests. We NGOs are working together with the state to finally put a stop to this phenomenon in Burkina Faso.
These women are collecting the fruit of the shea tree, ready to turn it into shea butter, a product used in many cosmetics and creams. Hamidou Sabiri checks the quality of the fruit. He works for a local NGO called CEAS. It's training the women to produce more and better quality shea butter. This will allow them to increase their income, making their families less likely to cut down shea trees illegally. The NGO has taught the women to process the fruit as quickly as possible before it can be attacked by insects or the kernels begin to germinate.
We used to gather the fruit into a heap and leave it until we were ready. Now we boil it up as soon as we've collected it and then put it out to dry in the sun. The butter we get now is much better.
This store in the capital Ouagadougou sells all kinds of goods made from shea butter, ranging from baby care products to Vaseline and shampoo. Shea butter is an important export product, but the shop owner is already feeling the impact of the illegal cutting of shea trees.
The production output has gone down compared to 10 years ago, and that's reflected in the price. We used to pay 300 to 400 francs for 1 kilo. Now we pay double that price because the product has become more rare. And that's because there are fewer trees.
Protecting the trees is the aim of CEAS. Here in the southwest of the country, the NGO recently installed a modern shea butter production unit. Here too, Hamidou Sabiri has been training some of the women from the local village of Supaganidougou. Crushing the shea kernels provides the raw material for the butter. The work is physically much easier. The women are able to produce more butter, and the quality has also improved, so they've seen their income go up significantly.
We're looking at the future of our children, school fees and health care for our kids.
The NGO hopes that by improving the women's financial situation, this will in turn help to protect shea trees.
It is in part the families of these women who are chopping down the trees. So if we can convince them of the importance of protecting the trees, they can in turn help to persuade others. And when they see they can earn more from the butter, they'll be more motivated to protect that source of income.
The projects in Burkina Faso count on the women and their families realizing that it's in their own best interest to keep the shea trees alive.
That wraps it up for this week's show. We do hope you enjoyed the last half hour of reports from Africa and Europe. So it's bye-bye from the ancient city of Benin in Nigeria.
And it's goodbye from me here in Nairobi, Kenya. We do hope that you'll join us again next week for another edition of our environmental magazine. Don't forget to speak to us on our social media pages. We love to hear from you. My name is Sharon Momanyi here in Nairobi. Until next time, it's goodbye.